Okay, let's have a conversation about Josh Palmer, the Bills' newest wide receiver. 3 years, $36 million. Before anybody winces at the $36 million, remember, these are the numbers usually coming from the agents. It's probably not actually just 3 years, $36 million. The number you always want to look at is the guaranteed money. It looks like $18 million for Josh Palmer. So we'll see how the Bills got creative with this. I'm not expecting it to be a straight-up $12 million a year cap hit, but we shall see. Either way, I like the player. I think that he makes the Bills better. Now, of course, when you sign somebody, everybody's going to say, well, it makes the Bills better. I think Josh Palmer is what they wanted to get from Amari Cooper, but at the stage Amari Cooper was in his career, they weren't able to get that. They wanted somebody who could beat man coverage and who could create separation. That's something that the Bills have not had since they lost Stephon Diggs. Josh Palmer, I'm not putting him in the category of Stephon Diggs at all, but if you look at his advanced metrics and the analytics around the player, a lot of really smart people have talked about him. He is somebody who is good at getting open. He can run a lot of different routes. He's still only 25 years old. I think that matters. I feel like there's been a little bit of a dip in his production the last couple of years in Los Angeles. I like Justin Herbert, obviously great player. In 2022, he was really effective. He had something like 72 catches or something. The last couple of years, that number has been in the high 30s. I feel like there's untapped potential, and you are going to get the best version of Josh Palmer in Buffalo. And I think that he will fit into the offense in a way that they have been looking for somebody to fit into the offense. I also don't think that this takes wide receiver off the bingo board of positions that they need to address in the offseason. I still think they could trade for somebody. I still think they could use a first or second round pick on a wide receiver, but this gives them the specific type of player that they have been looking for, and I think there's value in that. I think that this makes a lot of sense for them. So the numbers don't scare me away. I like the player. I like the move for the Bills. I think he's going to be effective for the Bills, and I think that they just needed another guy, right? You can never have enough wide receivers. I always flash back to the Chiefs playoff game 2 years ago in Buffalo, where they were without Gabe Davis. Stephon Diggs did not have his best game. Trent Sherfield really struggled. They needed another guy in that game, and you never know who that guy is going to be. A couple of years before that, the guy in the game against the Chiefs was Gabe Davis. Then last year in the AFC Championship, Mac Hollins was their leading receiver. That was a problem, but it was because they didn't have enough guys who they could count on and contribute. I think Josh Palmer is going to be somebody who comes in here and contributes. Wide receiver not done. They should still be trying to improve the position, but I like the addition, at least at this point in the offseason.